Ready, set, and live.
Welcome to the very first episode of Buckle Kings podcast. We'll be talking about a few topics today. We'll start off with no games this week because it's International Week. So we'll discuss a few of the upcoming games. We'll start off with the first game of the week that'll be showing. What's it?
It's a big one.
It's a blockbuster. It's the blockbuster. It's the game of the week. Chelsea versus Manchester United at Stamford Bridge.
Yes.
It's Carl's team.
Carlito,
What are your chances, Carl?
Your team.
You're up against your previous manager.
Chances are high of us drawing.
Really? Why?
Well,
Jose is going to come there with a defensive mindset. He's going to park the bus, and it's going to be really hard to penetrate through that defense.
But United's not playing too well at the moment.
And
They're
surely
struggling.
he's going to look for a win and not a draw.
Um,
I think on the back
It'll
of the
be
way they played in the second half against Newcastle, they have to come out and play a similar sort of style. That's what people want to see, right? From Man United.
Yeah, but it is Mourinho. He sticks to his guns, especially against the big boys. At the end of the day, he'll have an excuse. But I just think that Chelsea will have too much for him anyway, whatever he does.
yeah, it'll be either a draw or a win, but high chance of a draw.
So going off how Sarri's played in the past few games, you still think he's going to...
Park the bus? Yes.
Sarri,
No, Jose.
but Sarri's going to attack.
Yeah.
And
We'll dominate the possession.
But then with the attack that you guys have against a United team, you don't think, you guys are going to win that game?
See, parking the bus tactic is really effective.
It's Carl.
Doesn't matter how...
He's always going to be like this against Mourinho.
He loves Mourinho.
He will give,
I don't know what
even
you
if
want
they're
about
playing his own
I
team,
support Chelsea above Mourinho.
He's going to give
I don't
Mourinho
know,
a
man.
chance. He's always
I
going to
don't
give
know.
Mourinho a chance. He loves
I think-
Mourinho.
Mourinho is good in like high profile games.
So, but you
I don't
still
know.
think he's going to park
Yes.
the bus then?
Yes, that's his only tactic against big
Who's
teams.
going to park the bus?
Mourinho.
Mourinho?
I think Man United's going to win.
Fuck off, Paul.
Look, hopefully that's what happens.
Oh, what do you
For the
base that on,
title.
Paul?
I'm basing it on the players have to prove themselves.
I think Chelsea
They're going
will
to
win.
come out
Chelsea,
and want
Chelsea
to
will
play.
win.
But they'll still have to play to Mourinho's play style. They can't just ignore Mourinho's tactics and.
What makes you think that they're going to win? Like what? Why?
I just think after the way they played against Newcastle,
But it's against Newcastle.
it is. But it wasn't the fact that they were playing Newcastle. It's like their first half was absolutely horrendous. Man United played horribly. And then in the second half, they turned it around.
Because Newcastle played horribly.
No, but they turned it around through attitude.
Exactly.
Like they all came out and decided we have to like win this game, and they started taking risks and they started playing much better football.
You reckon that came from Mourinho or that came from the players?
I think that came from Mourinho challenging the players to prove themselves.
I don't know. Like I don't know.
You
I don't
can't
see,
really
I don't
park the
see.
bus when you're losing
Straight-
2-0.
straight-
They have to come out.
They came out of the tunnel that second half. It's not like they were brilliant that first 15, 20 minutes. United were just as bad as that first half.
Yeah,
They weren't just as bad.
I reckon they were
they
just
slowly
as bad.
improved.
It's just like they got a free kick, Mata scored, and that lifted them. And Newcastle was just that bad. And they just sat back, allowed the pressure. It was inevitable. You know what I mean? It's not like something switched on. They had a good 15, 20 minute spell. They scored all 3 goals. Game over. Especially with the international break, I don't think they can carry that momentum to the Chelsea game.
Yeah, you got to start fresh. That's another thing. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Like, if it was
International
back-to-back
breaks
games,
really
maybe.
screw
But
you
then that international break, I think, screws that up, kind of.
Especially with De Gea's
Chelsea
horrible
have to
performance
be the
against
favourites.
England.
The game's Chelsea's to lose.
Yeah, I think...
I don't think Man
Definitely.
United goes into the game thinking the pressure's on us to win this game. The pressure's on Chelsea to win. So that helps Man United's cause.
So what do you think the score's going to be then?
Probably like 2-1.
To United?
Yep.
I think 2-0. I think 2-0 for Chelsea. I think
Chelsea.
Chelsea will win comfortably.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm with you.
A draw would be good.
Yeah.
A United win would be good.
For?
Liverpool.
Thought so.
For all parties concerned.
Of course, I'm thinking about Liverpool.
So you'd rather United win?
Well, they're nine points behind. Can you bring up the table, Pubs?
I think they're 8 points behind by memory.
They're 9 points behind the top three. City, Liverpool and Chelsea. Look at the table now.
Any minute now.
So United's on 13. Right? Oh, they're below. We can't see them yet. They're lower down.
They're there. They're there.
No, up.
Yeah,
They're on 13 and
They're
20, so they're 7 points behind.
7 points behind.
So yeah, that's all right. It's a big enough gap for now. A draw would be
Should
better.
be
Like
better.
a draw would be good. Draw would be good.
Yeah.
Who's the form team of the table there?
Oh, that's Arsenal.
Oh, looky.
5 wins in a row, but that easy fixtures.
It says that you guys got 2 losses. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. But we're on the same points as
They're going under the
Tottenham,
radar,
so-
Arsenal, huh? They are.
so it's baby steps. I take those baby steps.
They're playing much, much better than they did
well,
last
the
year.
last
that's
game.
for
The last game. Game
Last-
before last, they were a bit lucky. But last game, they
What
were all
about
over
that
Fulham.
goal?
Ramsey's?
Oh,
Oh, fantastic goal.
Yeah, goal of the season.
great
so
goal of the
far.
season.
It was
Yeah,
like
you'd
Harlem,
have to say.
Harlem
It was a great goal.
Globetrotters.
Globetrotters. That was the commentator's line there, Paul.
I know.
He ninjaed it.
Unfortunately, they won't be keeping Ramsey's services next year, so you won't be seeing that goal next season.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
don't
confirmed
know that.
Who knows?
My sources tell. No, I can't say- I can't say that.
Would you be upset with him going?
Not really.
No?
Nah, not really. I seriously think he pulls things like this once in a blue moon. A lot of the time he's just running around. That's all he does.
Headless chicken, you reckon?
Yeah.
Really?
And
Like, he's one of those players, when he's on it.
Exactly.
yeah,
But when he's
And it's
off,
very-
he just makes the
that's what I'm
plays,
saying. It's
like,
very rare.
But
even
it's-
when he's like, if he's having a bad game, he's having a really bad game. Like, there's players out there that have a bad game but still have an influence in the game.
Yeah.
But he's not one of those type of players. That's what he comes across
That's the
as.
word to use. He doesn't
Like he
have
goes
that much
missing.
of an
Like,
influence.
completely goes missing. Like, players go
but-
missing, but then they get a goal or an assist
But
or
that's said
the hockey
about-
assist kind of
That's
thing.
said
You know what I
about
mean?
like a lot of Arsenal players.
A lot of Arsenal players.
But isn't that the coach's fault then? Isn't he meant to lift and improve players?
Wenger out.
He's gone. That's why Ramsey might go too. But here's the thing: like he plays in a role similar to Ozil. Now, do you want to have an Ozil in your team or a Ramsey?
Neither.
Now, the thing is, the thing that's good for him is he has a great engine. He keeps running and he runs back and forth. He'll always make late appearances in the box as well.
But sometimes that's just not enough.
Exactly. And I think with Torreira in the team now, that allows...
He's a bit of a...
Yeah,
But they're two
he is a
different players,
bulldog,
though.
man.
Yeah, but
He
he's
is
a
an
bit
absolute
dirty
bulldog.
too. He
That's
makes
what we
those-
need.
Yeah.
That's
true,
what we've
true.
been missing.
You
yeah,
are
wasn't
the nice
Xhaka,
guy.
like in charge of being the defensive mid?
Nah, so that's Torreira's role now.
Yeah.
So Torreira
So
is
wouldn't
that
you
anchor,
replace Xhaka with
and then
Ramsey?
Xhaka plays in front of him. So this is why I said, would you rather pick Ozil over Ramsey? Now they play in that same position, but in this context, we need a winger. So
But isn't anyone better than Xhaka? Literally anyone.
So,
I think you definitely want to keep Ozil over Ramsey.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then you don't
the thing
need
is,
Xhaka on the team.
we need a winger.
yeah, you would want
Yeah.
Ozil.
We need
but
a winger. That's why I think they pulled the contract on Ramsey.
Well, he bluffed and they said, no thanks. He wanted more, I think.
Yeah,
But
he definitely.
I think he wanted
Don't-
more play
don't
time.
Arsenal
You-
have more to lose, like not getting any money out of it.
Yeah, but
Of course,
they've done it
that
before.
part is poor management.
Who knows? Maybe he'll stay.
I hardly doubt it.
When
now.
is his
Yeah,
contract
depends on the
finishes this
amount
year?
of interest he gets
Who's
from other clubs.
Arsenal got this week?
Arsenal. Let's see the fixtures here. They have Leicester.
Leicester at home.
Leicester at home?
That should be an easy win for you.
Yeah, it'd be easy, I reckon. They're not
There is no
flying too
easy
well.
game, but that is an easier
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on to the next.
Did you guys
game
give your predictions
for?
for Chelsea United?
Yeah.
Oh, you said draw, eh?
Yeah,
Carlito?
1-1
He said
draw.
Of course, you're gonna say draw.
Yeah, and he supports Chelsea too. So
Yeah.
maybe he's got some
I'm a
insight.
realist over delusional
No, you're a Mourinhoist.
fans. So
Yes.
Bournemouth Southampton. Bournemouth at home. Bournemouth are going real good at the
Very
moment.
well. Very well. I think they're in the top 6 at the moment.
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
table.
they're coming 5th. What's the table there, Pubs?
6th.
I think they are. They're up there.
They're 6th.
Their form is great too. There we go. 6th, exactly.
Sixth.
They're going great. Eddie Howe is a good manager in my opinion. I'm surprised Arsenal, someone like that, didn't pick him up.
It's because we got Emery.
Yeah,
I
their
think-
current manager's better.
You got to give someone like that a chance, I think.
You do.
Maybe he'll be going like
maybe
Man
this
United
is his
when
4th
Mourinho gets
season
sacked.
in the Premier League.
I believe so.
So
3rd or 4th.
you need
yeah.
more experience than that, I reckon, to go into a big team,
Yeah,
especially a top 6
but
team.
I just feel that Arsenal were in they were in that situation where it was like something that can happen. Like
Too much of a gamble, man. Like seriously, if your fans unhappy about a manager,
But like you guys
staying
were
too
in like
long-
this situation where you were like in a nothing limbo kind of state. If you're gonna take a risk any time in your history, you'd probably take it there.
nah.
And
You
it
got-
might,
you
if
got
it's
way
something that
too much
if
to
it's something
lose.
that works,
it's way too much,
which
to lose.
could happen. I,
reckon-
get what you're
I
saying.
reckon
He
we
doesn't
made-
have much experience, especially
I
in
reckon
Europe.
we made the right choice. I reckon we made the right choice with this manager.
I think short term, yeah. Long term, I don't think so.
Well, he's not that old.
No, I just don't think he lasts long at clubs.
You reckon?
He did good at Sevilla, but
But he'll get Arsenal on the right track, though.
Yeah,
I think of it
definitely.
that way.
Maybe that's not what Arsenal need right now. Arsenal need someone to just do the transition from
No, but
Arsene,
yeah, exactly.
so he can handle that. He's got the experience. He has got the knowledge. He can handle that transition, and then he sits there for 2, 3, 4 years, and then he moves on, and then they get someone with a long-term view again.
Maybe Eddie Howe comes in then. But then, if you don't give him, if he doesn't go into the top 5, where does he get the experience? Does he go overseas?
Overseas.
Yeah, see.
He could be
Exactly.
like,
but that could
he could
like-
be the next Dortmund
that could-
manager.
But Bayern dominate that league,
But every time I
so
watch his
you
teams,
wouldn't go to Dortmund.
they play good football.
Yeah, they
Every
do.
week.
They do.
And at least they attempt to play good
They
football.
play football.
They
Yeah.
play football. It's entertaining stuff.
Exactly.
Even if they lose, they stick to their guns.
I think they're going to smash Southampton.
I believe so too, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
they'll get like
because
a
Southampton,
3-0.
come on, man. Southampton, they're not playing well, especially
Yeah,
with
you got a
Mark
top
Hughes.
6 side versing a relegated.
Did you know Joshua King
Maybe.
plays for Norway?
No way.
Who?
The striker
no,
from Bournemouth.
no way. Norway.
Does he really?
He plays for Norway. I saw in the UEFA Nations League.
That's
He's
crazy.
playing for Norway.
He must have like a.
If it's not Norway, it's one of the Scandinavians.
His
It's not
granddad's
Sweden,
like
so
a.
it must be like
His,
Norway
his
or
granddad's
Finland.
like a quarter. Something. He's got some citizenship.
Says he's a Norwegian professional football player.
Who's that guy?
It could be from like New.
That's Joshua King. That's crazy.
Yeah.
There
I
you
was
go.
really surprised.
That's
Like
your daily dose of trivia.
I just assumed he was
information.
like English.
Today.
Fun fact of the day, guys.
I just
Tune in
assumed he
more
was
for more.
English.
What more you got, Paul?
I have to save some for later.
So yeah, Bournemouth will beat
So
Southampton.
predictions against Southampton. I
Bournemouth.
reckon 3-0.
Yeah,
3-0 Bournemouth.
3-0.
3-0. You,
I'll go
you
with
as
that.
well?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I'll go with 2-0.
2-0.
When Bournemouth like score, they score like quite a bit, 3-4.
That's
And
true.
they can turn it on.
And
They
Southampton
can turn it
look
on.
fragile.
Yeah,
Southampton
but they
look
need something
very
to prove, though. They'll pull up some sort of resistance. They'll still get beat, though.
I think this next game
It's not
could
fast.
be really, really
Fulham
interesting.
will win. Fulham will win, surely.
The way Fulham play against Cardiff, like Cardiff.
I reckon it's going to be like box to box.
Yeah,
end
that's
to
what I
end.
think it's going to be. 'Cause
End-to-end
Cardiff
type
are
of
at
game.
home, so they're going to have to play.
They have to win this game.
And then
They haven't
Fulham,
Yeah.
won.
Both of them-
Fulham
both of
don't
them have to
sit
win.
back.
Yeah, they both are struggling.
Both are struggling. But Cardiff haven't got a win yet, I believe.
Fulham are the
I
only
could see
team that
this
haven't
game-
kept a clean sheet all season.
Fulham?
Yeah.
They play so open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so
I
strong.
Very
could see
open.
this game being like a 3-2 or something like
In
that.
the opposition box, they're like, create some good chances, but they need to close up shop sometimes.
Mitrovic is on fire.
Yeah, I believe Fulham will win though. Cardiff are just rubbish. Every time I watch
pretty
them,
bad.
every time I watch
They're
them, it's
pretty
like
bad.
They'll be
you
the
can
outside
tell
favorites.
you've been promoted. Honestly,
But
So what do
usually-
you think the score's going to be?
I'm gonna say 2-1 Fulham.
You're going to give a goal to? Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I can see Fulham conceding.
yeah.
Fulham will concede, and I think it'll be 3-2 to Fulham.
Yeah, I agree. I reckon. Oh, maybe not 2. I reckon 3-1 to Fulham.
probably 1-0 to Fulham.
Oh, playing it very safe this week, Carl.
Yeah, Cardiff will try really, really, really hard. Try their best not to lose.
This week, especially.
Next game, Man City at home to Burnley.
Oh, come on, guys.
Burnley.
Every
And
time
Seta.
we discuss Man City, it seems like they're playing someone so easy.
But that's because everyone's so
Except
easy
for last week
relative.
when we played them.
That was so easy, wasn't it?
when they played Liverpool. That wasn't easy. That was a tough game, guys.
it
Be serious.
was so easy.
That was tough.
Is De
For both.
Bruyne almost back?
Yeah, I believe he is.
Almost. He's not back yet.
Almost. Wait, I think he's training, isn't
got
he?
to be getting close now.
I don't think he's back at training.
But do they even need him anymore? They got Mahrez. He's just as effective.
Mahrez can't even take a pen.
Thank God.
I don't think you can
That was a
compare
good miss.
Mahrez to De Bruyne.
Yeah, plus they don't even play in the same position, man.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what
So
game
when
you
De Bruyne
watched.
comes in, who leaves the Man City team?
Was it
Bernardo
Bernardo?
Silva.
Yeah.
He's been playing them as two centre mids, yeah, with David.
Yep.
With Fernandinho sitting back.
That's right.
Pretty much.
So he'll probably, be shifted where Mahrez is right now, Bernardo Silva. Because that's what he was doing last season, right?
Yeah, well, I think their starting wide men would be Leroy Sané on one side and Sterling on the other, and then Mahrez and Silva as the backups.
Yeah, that's it.
And Aguero or Jesus down the middle.
That's a great team.
Yeah.
So they'll
Star
probably
studded team.
rotate the 4 of them.
I think it's an easy win for City.
Should
At home as well.
Against Burnley, the team that's struggling at the moment.
Burnley, yeah. They won their last game though, Burnley. Boring game, but they won.
Burnley will sit back, try and absorb all the pressure.
Who'd they beat last week?
Burnley played...
Was it Southampton?
I don't think so. I think it was Cardiff. Yes, it was Cardiff.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
I believe it was Cardiff.
Yeah.
I think it was like
So easy 3 points.
1-0 or 2-0. I think last minute they
yeah.
scored.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. They're gonna lose anyway this week.
Yeah.
It's the last one.
Doesn't matter who they beat last week, they'll lose.
Oh, they drew to Huddersfield. My bad. They actually drew, guys.
Wow. Way to get your
That's-
facts wrong.
That's surprising, actually. Huddersfield ain't that great either.
What was the next game?
So we're going to just say City's going to win this year?
Yeah.
Everyone is in
Actually,
agreement?
we didn't even go for the predictions.
We don't need to.
No,
City will win
You-
it. City's
you
going to
don't
smack
know.
Burnley, guys.
Yeah. Hey,
2-0.
2-0.
Very surprising.
Wow.
2-0. That's a bit...
It'll be 4-0. 4 up.
Double or nothing.
It'll be 3-4. 5. Maybe 6. Who knows?
Yeah.
Do you reckon they're struggling of late?
City?
They're not playing.
I wouldn't say they're
It's because they're
struggling.
missing De Bruyne. They don't have the chemistry yet.
Yeah.
Once he comes back
there is
in.
definitely something missing, and I reckon that is it. The De Bruyne factor.
That's
they don't
crazy.
I think all the teams look the same. It's the World Cup hangover.
And it's early in the season.
It's the World Cup hangover. All their players go to the World Cup. They come back to their club
Fried.
like 1 week before the season starts.
Yeah, and they're fried.
It's a really
But
slow
usually
start.
by now they turn it on because they've played a fair few games by now.
Well, the way they played against Liverpool,
Watch
that was
out.
like the first time I've ever
Watch
seen
out.
Pep not try to force his style.
Well, because
He
he's
played
afraid.
different.
He's afraid.
That's the first time I've seen him play
Because
slightly
he's afraid.
different.
He's afraid.
Is he afraid of
Liverpool.
or Klopp,
Last 3 times we played him, we beat him.
or is he afraid of Klopp?
Or Klopp's got a better record as well, so he might be afraid of him too.
I reckon he's afraid of Klopp.
Yeah, like Klopp style of football,
Yeah,
which
definitely.
is Liverpool because he's managing him. Yes, Saif. So yeah, he's afraid. That's why he had to change. If he was,
But he's never done that
he's
before.
he was more pragmatic. He
Well,
went a
not
bit
that I
more
know of.
defensive. That's why it was like a stalemate. We kind of cancelled each other out that game.
I think
Yeah,
that's
but
probably the
it's because
lowest,
Mahrez
the
missed the
lowest
penalty.
percentage of possession Man City or a Pep team has ever had. They were at like 50-50.
Yeah, it's
It was
50-50.
It was 51% to City. It was the lowest.
But you gotta remember, Man City didn't have their star players.
Who?
De Bruyne.
You said players.
Who else?
Who else were they missing? Who else, Carl?
Who
Even
else?
if De Bruyne is missing, they just replace him with another world-class player. Because they are plastic.
But De Bruyne would make it. He wouldn't have missed that penalty.
Who takes it? Aguero takes their penalties.
He wasn't on the field.
Yeah, he was off.
Lucky,
Oh,
lucky he got
he
some.
got pulled.
Thank you, Mahrez.
There was a worse pen than that on the international break. Dusan Tadic.
Really?
It was horrible.
Against?
It's against Romania.
He
I
plays
think
for
it was.
Serbia, right?
They would have beaten
Yeah.
them regardless
Tadic?
then, right? That penalty wouldn't have mattered. But they beat the...
I ended up in a draw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Against Romania?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Romania had a player sent off too.
Oh, wow, that's more
Yeah.
surprising.
Mm.
Wouldn't have guessed that.
So we all agree City's going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By
Let's just move on.
2 goals or more. All right,
So,
guys.
do you have to say something?
Sinan's got this
We're
one.
going on a drink break, guys.
What?
Good looking.
He's not talking about how we look. He's talking about the teams we're wearing.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
I don't think so. I think he's just saying that now. It's not a.
It's the jersey that you're wearing.
What's wrong with the jersey?
I'm saying what I wanted
We're in order of how good the fans are.
Oh yeah.
Chelsea's
So
the
you're
shittest
number
and Arsenal
last
the
number, are you?
best.
You're
We're
calling
easily the best fans
you?
out of us 4.
What?
You supported Man City last week. Sorry, this week when he got the jersey.
How are you the best fans?
Yeah, your fans walk out.
Like loudest, we want him out. Like when you say stuff like that. Own it out.
Look, other
You
than
guys start walking out at half time.
You want to talk?
at least we turn up.
Yeah, we turn up.
No, you guys do.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe half of you.
I go to every game.
Yeah. Come on, man.
We can all agree Chelsea fans are the worst.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, that's
Them and City,
hands down.
plastic
What do you
ridden.
think out of the
all-
out of us 3 clubs, which club's second best, third best? Like,
First is theirs,
Thank
Liverpool fans are
you.
the best.
Yes.
and then
and then us.
oh wow,
I disagree. I'd say Newcastle. Then
Newcastle
Arsenal.
more.
I can't believe you burnt like 4 minutes.
he's honest.
I'm just being honest. Being honest, guys. I'm sorry.
Like I'm being
I
biased.
think so.
I'm
I
being
think
biased
so.
towards Newcastle, but I know we're definitely better than Arsenal without being biased.
No way. You guys don't even have your own channel.
Oh,
There's that Geordie
it's not
guy.
even your channel.
The Geordie guy has a channel.
What Geordie guy?
There's a guy. He's Geordie.
Ah,
He's called
yeah,
the Geordie
yeah,
guy.
yeah, I know, I
He
know,
speaks
I
about
know.
Newcastle and
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
else.
What's
His
he talking
name's,
about though?
his name's Chris.
The big guy.
His
You know him?
name's Chris.
Yeah, there you go, Chris. The Geordie guy.
Yeah. Chris Tucker.
Talking about the second best fans in England.
Definitely at Newcastle. Not second best anyway.
Oh, he's saying Sunderland's better. Take that, rewind it back.
Anyways, are we starting?
We've already started. We're discussing who the best EPL team is, and Liverpool won.
No, we didn't say that.
Yes.
We said the fans,
Yep.
not the team.
So we're up to Newcastle Brighton.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Lead in.
We're not
The
speaking
tunes.
about Man United.
True,
Take
true.
it away, Paul.
True.
What are your chances of winning that match, Paul?
They're going to take another L. They're going to take another L here.
We're not going to take another L. This is the start of some winnable games for us.
So you're going to take another D then?
You guys love
Have
the
we
D.
started?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Well, go on.
Well, explain to us why you think you'll get the big D.
Big draw.
Yep, that's right.
Newcastle fans like a big D.
Yep. Will there
Love
be
Ds.
2 zeros involved with the big D?
It's gonna be a 0-0 D.
Oh, you guys. All right. So seriously though,
Yeah.
I think we can beat Brighton. Brighton aren't
Surely
that
you
good.
have to. Like, you got to start somewhere.
We're
right?
at home.
How many points you guys on? 2?
2.
Haven't
Oh
won a
my god.
Them and Cardiff haven't
draws.
won a game.
2 draws. But we've had the toughest start out of any team.
You have had a pretty tough start.
Tough
Yeah.
start. Yeah.
But with no signings, I don't see you guys winning any games in the near future
What do you
either.
mean no signings? What's that supposed
Kennedy
to mean?
doesn't count as a signing.
You didn't
We
bring.
signed players.
You didn't bring.
Whether you consider
anyone
them
of
worthy signings,
Yeah,
they're
that's
still signings.
The Cardiff level
Is it
signings.
Michael Owen is still their most expensive transfer. 18 million in
Really?
this day and age.
Is that
Surely
true?
not.
That's true.
Yeah,
No.
but
That
you
is
gotta,
crazy.
You got to think they
What
keep
about when
going
we
up
brought
and
like
then coming
Kabay
back
and
down?
Nah, less than 18 mil.
Cisse, he would have cost more.
Less than 18 mil. Owen.
That's nuts.
That's what's happening to this club.
And that's not even taking into account like the inflation. Inflation back then would have been. It would be like a $50 million transfer like at the moment.
It's crazy. They're not even spending money. Like
It's all about the inflation, Carl.
inflation.
Does it sound like fellatio?
Inflated D's.
So you think you can win? Seriously?
We should have beat Man United. We should have got a pen, been up 3-0 and game finished.
It's never game finished, is it? Newcastle.
That pen.
What
should have been
pen?
ours.
Yeah, they
We
should
didn't
have had
get
a
a
pen.
pen.
They should have had a pen.
The free kick.
The one that hit
John
Ashley,
Joe
the one that hit Ashley Young's
and the
hand
ref's like looking the other way.
off the free kick.
The ref wasn't even looking.
Yeah, because the match was so bad, he was like, I don't want to take part in this. He's like looking.
He's like staring at the goal square with his back to the guy taking the free kick and the wall. So when the free kick was taken, Ashley Young jumps, throws out his elbow, hits his elbow, goes for a corner. He goes,
That's right.
and then the ref goes, goal kick.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
even
saw
give
that.
us the corner.
He was, but still.
But wouldn't the linesman like correct
And then
him?
the army missed an open header basically.
That can't be an excuse for losing that game.
Yeah, when you're winning 2-0
you're up
with 30 minutes
2-0.
to go, you
At
guys
least see
should
the
have
game out,
closed off
draw.
the game.
At least get
this,
a point.
This wasn't 2-0 in the 80th minute. This was 2-0
60th
after 13 minutes. Or 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, it was. They scored early. Bang, bang early. 15 minutes, they thought the
a
job was
Premier
done.
League caliber team would have shut that game down.
A what team?
Premier League.
True.
What was the word you used after that?
Premier League club.
I think Newcastle will lose this game. I'm sorry, Brighton are a better team. Even though
They are
Newcastle, yes, they are.
They have a really good
Newcastle,
keeper.
Even they're at home, I think Brighton will take the W and not the D. Take the win. I think it's going to be a close game though. 2-1.
2-1 Newcastle.
2-1 Brighton. Boom. It's a head-to-head. Let's see who wins.
What do you guys think?
0-0 D.
Carl?
2-0 to Brighton.
Oh, no one's giving you hope in hell.
No one.
The Geordies.
Can't wait for next week.
No home for the Geordies.
When you lose.
Next game, guys. West Ham versus Spurs.
Oh.
London Derby.
West Ham, hot and cold.
Yeah.
1 week they play, the next week they're rubbish.
I see West Ham getting smashed in this game.
Smash, do you think?
Yep.
Spurs aren't playing that well either.
I reckon they're going to turn it on against West Ham. West Ham are not a good team at all.
What makes you say that? They're a decent team.
They are not. Like, in transition, when especially against the counter-attack, they are very vulnerable.
They
But
beat-
they're really good at
especially
home,
with-
though.
They beat
especially with
United.
Defensive mid.
They beat United.
I think away they're really
Not
culpable.
saying much these days, but they did beat them. They drew with Chelsea. These are all at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but then
At
they
home, they're, like, really
then they
good.
lost to other teams who were lesser.
One team in
They've been-
between all that.
They've
They
been
had
But that's
they had a
before
bad
they
start.
started actually doing well. Once they started playing well, that's...
I think they had one
well,
bad
that's the
game
thing.
in
They've
between
been
all those
they've
wins.
been hot and cold. I reckon. I think one week they turn up and you're like, this West Ham's a decent team, and then the next week it's like, maybe not.
They did play really well against United, though.
They played really well against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Both games they played well.
They should have won against Chelsea as well, but
Mm.
that was during their like rise to the top.
I think they can get a draw against Spurs 2-2.
2-2. That's a high-scoring game,
Yeah.
And now to
especially for a derby.
I think West Ham have a chance, but I'm gonna say Spurs will still win, and it's gonna be 2-0.
Yeah. Spurs 2-0 for me as well. What about you, Paul? What did you
You
say?
just said it. 2-2.
2-2.
2-2.
2-2.
Carl?
I'll be 3-1 Spurs.
3-1 Spurs.
Spurs.
Because Kane was
3-1.
really firing.
Kane?
And the match against Spain.
He didn't even score a goal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he was
that's right.
assisting,
He did assist.
Yeah,
Okay.
when they're really good at
He's on fire because he
Yeah,
assisted
he's
guys.
assists. He assists a lot.
He's been off form this season, I reckon. Harry Kane.
Yeah. He's been carrying two teams, so
Two Spurs in
I think
England.
it's the World Cup hangover. He's still like
Don't tell
getting
me
off it.
he didn't carry England, guys.
He's-
He's still probably
Here
the
we go.
second best striker in the league.
By the way, Paul loves Harry Kane.
I don't love
Because
Harry
he
Kane.
thinks
I just
he-
recognize. I
Yeah.
just recognize him as a good player.
He's a good player, but
For years,
he's-
you're like he's
overrated.
rubbish,
Nah, he's
rubbish,
good. He's
rubbish,
good.
and then suddenly you're like, oh wait, he's
honestly,
actually
but
good.
he's like he can only score goals. He doesn't have like
he does.
he's-
He bottles it in pressured games. Like he doesn't know how to be.
I don't
that,
think
like,
he has anything else to his game. Scoring goals is important.
Yeah, but he scores most of his goals against shit teams.
He always scores
Goes
goals.
to Chelsea, doesn't do as well. This United doesn't do as well. And when you want him to like do
look
really
look
well,
across the whole league, which strikers are better? Only Aguero, in my opinion.
I wouldn't take him in my Liverpool team over Firmino. No way.
Yeah, a different style. He doesn't suit your play style.
Yeah, true.
But in terms of
I'll take anyone.
Numbers
ranking a striker,
in the EPL, yeah, he's up there.
why Giroud's not good enough for you?
I
He's
don't know,
definitely-
man.
can be
Aubameyang,
better.
maybe Aubameyang
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang.
still
Aubameyang.
has to prove himself.
What about Lacazette?
Yeah,
He's
been
on
better
fire.
in form
Lacazette's
than,
on fire.
Those bullet shots
He's
the two
playing
goals he
well.
scored in the last game. Not bad, not bad.
on the turn as well. Anyway, what's the next game there, pubs?
I think it's Wolves versus Watford.
This is a good clash, I reckon.
2 W's. Yeah, it is a good game.
This
that
is
one.
a good game.
This should be
It's
a
a hard
cracker.
call.
Both teams
If
playing
Watford
good.
turn up and play well, because they've had
This
a couple
will
of odd
Be a
games
very
lately.
attacking game.
Very attacking.
Yeah,
game.
it'll be
Both
very
teams
attacking
like to
game.
attack.
It's a
Ah,
one to
but I
watch
don't know,
for me, I
I
reckon.
think Wolves will just edge this.
Wolves
You
are at
reckon?
home.
I think so.
They should have enough.
They have.
But you can never count out Watford. I think Watford can compete with any team.
Yeah, exactly.
Any
It
team?
depends if they're
Any
like.
team.
Any team.
Yeah,
Any team.
they gave us a bit of a scare.
But
Like
that's-
they played
I
pretty
think
well,
the way
especially away.
the way they play and the guys they have, like they have big bodies. They play physical. They're like mobile. They
Yeah.
can trouble anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got that kind of play style.
True. They're
It's
a
that-
good team.
cojones. Troy Deeney plays with those cojones.
The cojones. He accused Arsenal of not having
Yeah,
any
not
egg.
having any. Backfired on him big time in the away league. Away
And ever
leg
since,
Which one?
last year.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, where he missed that pen. Check saved it.
Ooh, burn.
Yeah,
but they were already like losing 3-0. That penalty would have mattered.
doesn't matter.
What's the predictions for the game?
I reckon Wolves 1-0.
I'm going to say 3-2 to Wolves. It's going to be a crazy game, I reckon. Or just turn out to be like a 1-0 or something.
I
1-0.
reckon 2-2.
Going for the big D. What about you, Carl?
Wolves to win 3-1.
So no one goes for Watford.
Nah.
Nah, I think Wolves will
It's
just
too much of a
edge it.
gamble. If they show up, they show up. But like Wolves always show up.
That's a big gamble.
You gotta go with the higher odds.
All right, what's that next one? Huddersfield, Liverpool. This should be an easy one for.
This is my boys.
This
This
a
is my boys, finally.
First game.
This will be an easy one for
Finally,
Liverpool.
a bit of easier fixtures coming our way to Liverpool. Yeah, Salah might be injured. Van Dijk might be injured.
Really?
Milner might be injured. But the latest reports are they could be okay.
Who?
All three of them.
Ah,
They're like gotta do their final training on Friday or something and assess them, and if they get the green light, they'll play.
Shouldn't even matter. It's Huddersfield.
Yeah, especially
You should be able to win playing
Even with your B
Gomez
team.
and Lovren or Matip.
Exactly.
true, and it's the right time
Milner
to
out of the team. Like, you have enough midfielders to cover him.
yeah. Keita will come in, play with Henderson and
Plus it's
Winnie
like
Aldum.
35,
How
so-
far away is Lallana?
I think he's just at that point in his career where he's never going to be reliable anymore. He hasn't played in over properly a season and a half,
Oh wow,
I believe. Like he's been on and off, but
that is ridiculous.
he's I think he's just one of those players. He's always just going to be injured from this point on. But hopefully he comes back because he's a great player and we could use him.
I think that's one of the things you're missing, his creativity.
Yeah, I agree. Not last season, but the season before, he was racking up some good assists and some goals. So definitely missed that last season to a point. But this season, we've started off.
He's a genuine alternative in midfield that brings something different from Milner, Wijnaldum.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a big difference to those three. Massive difference. He offers something else. But I think
It's what we were talking about earlier.
honestly, Shaqiri kind of did something similar when he played against Southampton that first half. Yeah, he did something similar. He was in that role. He did it quite well. He got yanked off in the second half, but I think that was because we were a bit too open and Klopp didn't like it, so he made some changes.
Yeah, I think in the press conference or in one of the interviews afterwards, he was explaining
And we were 3-0 up at that point.
he was happy with what Shaqiri was doing with the ball. It was what he was doing without the ball that concerned him.
Yeah, I think it was
But
just
that's
structurally not right.
Yeah, but positioning is everything when you don't have the ball.
Well, that's adapting to Klopp's style. It's with the ball's the easy part. It's off the ball that
Exactly.
is the hard part.
And that's
that
why you
no
see,
one really notices.
and that's why you see Shaqiri and Keita and
Fabinho.
they haven't been playing much. Keita has been, but the other two haven't been playing that often. I think it's just because it takes a while to adapt
Yeah,
to the
get
way
up to
Klopp
speed.
likes to play.
Didn't Salah just walk into the team and just be the starting?
Yeah, but I think it's a bit different that being in that front three to say the
Yeah, something in
midfield and defensive role. Salah as well, especially Salah because he's the least defensive out of everyone, the whole team. He's the furthest forward, so he's got less to learn in a way.
He's the one that loses the ball and it goes beyond him straight away. So
Yeah,
he's not
so-
expected to do much.
So you're saying he should be doing more defensive work, and his work rate isn't good enough for Liverpool.
Negative, Carl. I know you're trolling, mate. I ain't saying that. I love Salah.
what about Mane?
Love Mane. Mane is a legend. Love him.
I think he's your best player so far this season.
Oh, easily.
Best player this season. I think that's got to be our
Van Dijk?
defense, to be honest. They've kept us in a lot of games. Van Dijk, Gomez. Gomez did not know he could play so well in that position.
Me neither.
Alisson. They've been well. The two centre backs and the keeper have been our best players, I believe. Our front three haven't clicked. Our front.
I reckon this game's actually come at the best time for you guys.
Yeah, we need
How so?
easier games. We've had a
They're
tough
coming
game.
out of tough period and also the international break.
They
and
played, 7 games in 20 days or something?
tough.
Plus, with our the way we play, it's so demanding to do that every 2-3
So
days
this
against
game
tough opposition.
is going to allow Klopp to rotate a lot.
Yeah,
of his
that's what I
players.
reckon. Exactly,
Mm.
I
And
agree.
That's
Good
exactly
point.
We
what
should
it'll do.
expect to see Shaqiri play, Keita play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Shaqiri
Those
will
fringe
play,
players
Keita will
will play
play.
definitely. I reckon.
Especially if Salah and Milner and all that injured.
I think he won't risk Salah. If he's not 100%,
Actually,
he won't play him.
Mane even broke his thumb. That's what I heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in training. So he might be out as well. So
Thank God.
screw you, Carl.
Less
But yeah,
of
I
Mane,
think
the
Liverpool
better.
should to be honest, if we want to win the title, we've got to win these games.
So what's your score
I
prediction
think
for
we'll
that
win
one?
2-0.
2-0. Paul?
Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. Generic 2-0.
I don't think Liverpool are going to come out guns blazing type thing, but they'll get the job done.
Mainly because they're missing 2 guns.
Mane and Salah.
Just for me.
They might be alright.
I think
They said Salah could be
Liverpool look the most kind of
Dangerous without Salah. I
no,
agree.
they look the most kind of disorganized, the most kind of uncharacteristic whenever Firmino's missing.
Yeah,
I think he just is this glue that just
Agree.
binds it all together.
this is true.
But then why does he come off the bench then?
Who?
Firmino.
What do you mean? Why does he come off the bench? There's probably a reason why.
He starts most games. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's either come back from
yes.
injury or
I think it's the injury part where his eye got gouged.
yeah, that was right. That was an injury. So your question is silly, correct?
He's lucky to
Give
be
me a
mentally-
go no go.
I think
on that.
you need to apologize.
I
There you go, see,
apologize
Mane.
for Salah not being good.
Broken
towards-
thumb.
That'll be all right. He'll still be able to play.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't take throw-ins.
He doesn't anyway, but still. Man, international football needs to go, guys.
No, it doesn't.
It
it's
does.
Fine. It's fine.
No.
Are you
Honestly,
saying that
I just
because
wanna bring
Turkey is
this
not
up
good
before
enough
we
for
move on.
international football?
Sorry?
Are you saying that because Turkey is not good enough for international
Yes, if
football?
Turkey was better, I would be for it. But now Turkey is not so good. There is no point in it anymore. It's just,
And
it
all the
just
best players
breaks
defect to
momentum.
Germany.
It just injures our players. It's just, it's just ridiculous. And like, we just had like an international week a month ago, and then a month after we have another one, and then we have another one, I think, in January or something.
That's a long way away.
Not really.
I think Klopp had a big
Wins.
thing to say about it after the last game.
he was talking
I
more
think they all
about
do.
like
Mourinho
the
does it all the time.
UEFA Nations League
He was
is
saying
the
that.
most nonsense competition ever. Like, why make what used to be friendlies competitive matches that international managers have to play their
exactly.
important players?
Yeah.
Because it spreads the game to all these other nations.
What, in Europe?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
What are they
Europe.
spreading the game in Europe to?
Huh?
Like Gibraltar?
Yeah, the smaller nations.
Why?
They don't get to see much football.
Yeah, especially they're like homegrown
They can still have
talents.
friendlies though. There's nothing stopping them
Yeah,
having
but
friendlies.
it doesn't give them that purpose. You
Like
know,
the
they don't
Belgium
get
team.
these other teams that come to their country,
Their
which they can
purpose-
see.
Their purpose is to qualify.
No, but they do get those teams because the teams they're playing against now are still the teams they would normally be playing against.
Yeah, it's like they,
Not all of them do, no. And they
Because they're all playing
if those
against
big
teams in the
come,
similar
if those
league
big
to them.
teams come and they
exactly.
absolutely slaughter them like
If anything-
9-0,
If anything,
how's that going to grow the game in their country?
Yeah, Paul.
then organize friendlies with teams that you're not going to get beat 9-0.
Yeah, there's
Same-
nothing to stop
Same
them.
thing.
There's nothing to stop someone like Gibraltar playing a game against Estonia.
I don't agree with that. Because that way it's just a normal friendly. It's no competition or anything.
I don't
They
even know.
don't get to play in any of these competitive competitions.
It's not really even competitive. It's like a glorified friendly, this whole thing. Those top teams are going to be the top anyway. It's not like those bottom teams are
But-
going to do anything.
Have you watched these
Belgium
games?
was one of the bottom
Have you
teams.
watched these games? They play a whole lot of different to it than they do an actual friendly.
Of course, because the friendly
Because-
doesn't matter.
What's
exactly.
The,
That's the whole reason for these.
and what
this
are they going to
competition.
get? What are they going to gain from
But-
it? Nothing.
So for like players in the lower tier leagues, it doesn't matter. They would love this stuff. But imagine being a player who plays for Real Madrid or Barcelona, where you're playing in 3 competitions. The entire season you're playing like 50 plus games. Then you have to go and play these UEFA Nations League games, which is another like 6, 9, 10, 12 games. I don't know how many in a season. You end up playing like 60 something, 70 games. That's like a ridiculous number of games to be playing. That's like playing 2 games a week for the whole year.
Well, if you get paid that much money, then I think you should be able to play that much.
Yeah, but
games.
if you expect these players,
But then it takes
to
away from
perform.
the competitions, the other competitions.
But
Yeah.
it's not the desire to play for your country, though. I think they love representing their country and playing for them.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. But at some point, you have to like draw a line and say,
No, you don't. If you love
is
it,
it beneficial for the players? If it's not, it's going to damage the sport.
exactly, and that's what
Because
Klopp
in
is
the
trying
long
to
run,
say.
what will happen is players will start getting injured. And if they continue getting injured, they don't play their club games. If they don't play their club games, say, imagine a player gets injured UEFA Nations League, then misses out on Champions League semi-final or something. That player won't want to play those random games anymore.
but he loves playing for his country. Are you gonna deny
sure
him the prospect?
I'm sure he does, but when he's a random player playing for a country which is in the third tier league of the UEFA Nations League, and it really means nothing.
Open up a can of worms here.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of passionate people out there who might disagree with you, Paul. Maybe they
I
want to
agree
see
with
their
Paul.
team, their country improve, but your comments might actually hurt their feelings.
I don't think it changes the fact of whether a country can improve or not.
Nah, I don't either.
Just keep it to the. No. Never mind. I was gonna say keep the depth first to a minimum, guys.
Let's move on. Let's move on, guys. Who was the last fixture we looked at?
Huddersfield, Liverpool.
Yeah, we moved on from that.
So next one's Everton versus Crystal Palace. This will be a good game.
Yeah,
Will it?
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Because Everton
Got
are
the-
going Crystal Palace.
Both
Only
teams
have
are
Zaha.
about the same level.
Yeah, they're about the same level. I'd say Everton have better players.
Yeah, players.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Plural.
but
Still, they're not like a great team.
Crystal Palace only have one player.
Exactly. Yeah.
They field one player only.
But that one player is really good.
Yeah.
It's like easily one of the best players in the
Townsend.
EPL at the moment.
he's talking
Come on,
about
Chadley,
He's
guys,
talking about
come on.
Hennessy.
the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Number one. Oh, what do you think the score is going to be?
I think
then?
Everton's going to
Run
win
away with
easy.
it, yeah.
I think Everton will probably win.
It'll be 2-1 though.
Uh,
Score
I'm
one.
going to go 2-1 as well. 2-1
Mine with
Everton.
1-0
Crystal Palace.
Everton.
I reckon 2-0.
2-0 Everton.
2-1 Everton.
1-0 Everton. All right, well, should we talk about the last game? The Gunners versus Leicester.
Your
City.
team.
Touched
Your
on
team.
it earlier.
Yeah, this will be a good one.
Go on.
Arsenal versus Leicester. One-sided game here. I think Leicester will put up a big fight, but
They've been
Yeah.
struggling of late, Leicester. They're really not playing their style of football anymore. It's just
they lost
game
their last
by
one, I
game
believe.
that they're going. They're inconsistent.
mm,
One game they'll win, one game they'll lose, they'll draw. Their flow's not there anymore.
But they still have their trademark goal style where they just counter.
Counter-attack, yeah.
And that can actually work really well against Arsenal, where you guys have a really high line.
Do you think
They
that
can
too?
actually, like,
Do you
take
think that?
advantage of it?
Do you think they're too reliant on Vardy?
yeah.
Yeah, they are.
But you always are kind of at that level, aren't you? Always relying on one player or two
Yeah,
players.
because they had Mahrez last year. I think that's probably what's.
Well, they've slowly been dismantled.
Yeah.
Damari
Chelsea
Gray,
stole
he's
Drinkwater
okay.
and Kante.
Yeah, their
Yeah, that's
recruiting
true.
hasn't been that great either. Like with the players they've replaced it with.
Well, that's the thing. I think they're now coming back to the mid-table where they
The
belong.
level where they belong.
Like
If any
in
Leicester
terms
fans
of-
are tuning in, keep tuning in. We're not
Like-
insulting, just this.
where they belong in terms of based on their players.
Mid-table and below.
Yeah, like I don't think they have the depth in squad as like an Everton or a.
Yeah, no way. But they have a decent team. Their first 11's decent.
Yeah.
They can put up a fight. I
Definitely.
don't know about
Exactly.
Arsenal. I think they'll fall short against Arsenal, but they're not like one of those teams that will get smashed.
What do you think of their manager?
Claude Puel.
He was there last season, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit of a nothing manager for me. It's like he's not really doing much.
Yeah, he'll keep them in the
EPL.
in the mid-table region. He won't actually.
You won't
do
get them
much.
relegated?
No.
Nah,
Well,
here's the thing. Like, there's far worse teams than Leicester.
Way worse.
That's why.
Definitely. They're
Yeah,
still
that's
in the
why
bottom
they-
three have been
they'll be
confirmed.
mid-table.
So he's lucky there. Like Cardiff and
Be careful
Newcastle.
what you wish for as well, Leicester fans. Like, he was managing, who was it? Sunderland? No, Southampton. And they were in like the top 10 or whatever, and now they're struggling. Southampton are. So he's a decent manager. You can't always, shoot for the stars. You just got to respect your level kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you're saying they do belong mid-table?
Yeah, well, in all honesty, they do. Like, you can't argue against that. But they're a decent team. I don't see them getting smashed against Arsenal.
What do you think the score's going to be then?
I think it'll be tight. 2-1.
Yeah. Like Leicester will get at least one goal.
3-1. Arsenal.
Yeah,
at
I'm
home.
going for 3-1 as well.
It's gonna be a good
Yeah.
game.
We're on all cylinder scoring going forward.
That's what I noticed.
It's
Like you
just-
guys have like this thing where when as soon as you score one goal, the next goal is coming within the
Next 2
5
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, they leave it to like the last 10 minutes and then they score
Yeah,
4 or
that's
5
right.
goals.
Wait till the opponents are tired, and that's when they
That's
jump in.
right. Like our fitness is crazy this year. Like we are running a lot more than we were last year. Cause
Maybe
Does
you,
that
Of all the
include
pressing.
Ozil? Does that include
yeah,
Ozil?
including Ozil.
maybe
Like, you watch him. He
maybe
runs
you're
back.
peaking too early.
Peaking too early. I don't think we're picked yet.
Could be it.
Confidence back, guys. Confidence is back.
That's right. That's what.
These Arsenal
That's
fans.
what 9 wins on the trot gets you.
Ooh.
I like it.
Momentum is super important.
Yeah. The fixture list is as well. We'll see how they go from here on.
Helps with the momentum.
Yeah.
All right. That's done with the
That's the wrap up
That's
of
run
all
with
the.
team games.
Fixtures coming up
This
this
week.
weekend.
So game of the week is
Chelsea.
Man United,
Easily
Chelsea.
the first
United.
game of the week.
Chelsea United. Is that the first game of the week?
Yeah.
Oh,
What time's the game on?
it's a good kickoff for us
early
here
kickoff too.
down in
Daylight
Australia.
savings, 10:30.
10:30 p.m. Good kickoff.
Yep.
Whereas what time's the Liverpool game on? What ungodly hour do I have to be up at? 3:30 in the morning.
That slot.
That's the worst time.
Thank you.
Do
Thank
I
you,
go to
Premier
bed?
League.
Do I not?
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm used to it now. Jeez.
What time's our game?
At least it's
Six
at least it's a
6 a.m. on the Tuesday morning. Perfect.
at least it's a Sunday morning. It's
Yeah,
a Sunday.
Sunday
It's a
morning,
Sunday
so
morning.
Saturday night.
that's all right.
Yeah. So your Sundays are right off then.
It always is. What's the next topic on the
Let's
agenda?
take a look at the table.
Yeah, let's go for the tables.
Bit of table analysis.
After-
Table.
After 8 games,
Table looks all right.
Table looks lovely.
City's on.
Is it a bit of a surprise to
Equal
see
points.
Chelsea up there?
It is,
With-
to be honest. Everyone had them, you know.
I think Chelsea's been flying under the radar. No
Not
one's been
anymore.
like actually
Not anymore.
taking
I
notice
think
of
I think
Chelsea.
they have because of their manager.
Yeah, but not anymore. They're in there now. They're in the
He's a
spotlight.
very quiet man, so
It's because he's been like saying stuff like, "Oh, Liverpool and City should win it." This is our first.
because he
year.
loves his tobacco
should-
too much.
We shouldn't be challenging.
Yes.
Next year we'll be challenging. That's what he said. Next season we'll be challenging. Next season.
I think Klopp said the same thing when he came in.
It's standard kind of deflection talk.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
managers do it.
Yeah. Don't take notice of me, guys. Less pressure. Off me.
Yeah, but he's got a Sarah's got a championship winning Premier League winning team.
Yes.
They only won it 2 seasons ago. So they've been there, done it. He's doing a good job, but it wouldn't be a surprise if they did win it, would it?
Yeah, would.
Why?
A surprise
This
if
year-
Chelsea won it.
Conte won it when his first season.
I don't think.
Would it be a surprise if
But it's
Chelsea
a
won it?
place now,
I think-
though.
It would
I think-
definitely
Why?
be because of the other 2 teams that are on the same amount of points.
Well, they've spent heaps of money as well. They've got
I
a
think
Premier League
it'll
winning
be
team.
A surprise if anyone but Man City wins it.
No, I don't
If
think
Not
so.
really. I think Liverpool.
I don't think
I
Why?
think you have to just assume it's a surprise.
Why
Man
is-
City's expected to win. If anyone else wins it, it's a surprise.
Yeah.
No, because everyone's been saying Liverpool and Man City. No one's been. just
Liverpool
saying
and Chelsea
Man
are
City.
capable, but it's still a surprise.
Yeah. City did like 100 points last season. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was last season, and the season before that, Conte won it.
I agree with Paul. If anyone besides City win it, it would be a surprise. But less so if Chelsea does win it, I believe.
Yeah, like people expect Man City to win it, followed by Liverpool.
No, I think
Yeah, Liverpool.
personally, Liverpool, they haven't won it in 20-something years. Like, it's been ages since they've won it. You know what I mean? They've got that going against them. Like, it is history, but still, it is something going against them. Surely that, you know what I'm trying to say?
No.
It'd be a huge thing. It'd be massive if Liverpool win it, I think. Even if they've expected to win it. Semi-expected to win it. They're one of the favourites, no doubt.
Yeah, the second favorites.
They're second and Chelsea's third.
I think Chelsea, Liverpool equal. Surely. Even Tottenham should be up there, right?
I think
No.
Chelsea's.
Tottenham.
Come on, Tottenham have been in the same team,
Yeah,
same
but they
manager
didn't
for
buy
ages.
anyone, though.
Tottenham
Who
aren't
did they
gonna win
buy?
the title anytime
Tottenham's
soon.
squad is not deep enough.
Why
for
is
them to win it.
Liverpool?
Exactly.
Is it because Liverpool spent the most?
No,
one
it's
of the
because-
most? Is that
because they
why?
play
They-
good football.
No, not just that. Klopp's reinforced his squad really well.
Exactly.
The
And
depth
he's
is
given
there.
him, he's given him proper depth.
So has Chelsea though. Chelsea's bought some
Not
good
really.
players.
No, they haven't.
No, we let go Bakayoko. That's how we strengthened our squad.
Why?
Who have they bought besides their goalkeeper?
Kovacic? He's been good for them.
He's on loan though.
Jorginho?
We didn't buy him.
Jorginho? He's been good for them. Come on.
Jorginho's probably is one by that it's been reinforced.
Exactly. So there's one player already more than Liverpool. Actually, we got Alisson playing week in, week out. But in the outfield, we haven't really any of
You
our
got
players.
Keita.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
he's
got
like
Keita.
he's not
You got
consistently playing.
Shaqiri. That's
He's not-
depth. It
Yeah, I
doesn't
know.
have to be consistent.
But I'm
It's
saying
depth.
they've got someone that went in straight away. Same as Kovacic. Those two like kind of plugged in. They've made a big difference straight away. Off
But
the
he's on
bat.
loan though, so don't expect him to be here next season.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the current season, right? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, am I like not making any sense? Am I just talking
No,
stupid?
you're not.
You
You're
just
making
sound
sense.
like a Liverpool
It's-
Yeah, but
supporter.
you're trying to say like Liverpool are one of the
You're just trying to
underdogs.
play yourself down.
No,
because,
I'm just
you
saying
know,
like
And no one's buying
understand.
it.
expectations are like
Sit
gone
on,
crazy
sit
over,
on,
Exactly.
sit on.
over Liverpool right now.
You're
You're
not
just
the
trying to
manager.
calm down.
You're not the manager. You can be honest. You don't need to talk the team down.
I understand because
I'll
you've
put
gone
it this
through
way:
this
we
pain
need
before.
to win something. But if we don't win the Premier League, is it a failure? No, depends where we finish. But we definitely need to win something this season.
Is it-
Yes.
is it
could be
because-
anything? Could be the FA Cup,
Is it because you've been
preferably
let down too
preferably
many
the other
times?
two. What?
Is it because you've been let down too many times? You don't want to get your hopes back up and then be crushed
I don't think so.
I think so.
and
there's
then
a
crush
point.
your
Would you
phone
be
as
happier
well
with
by
a
the end of
Champions
it?
League win or Premier League win?
I want the Premier League. I've seen my team win the Champions League. I want the Premier League
What about Champions League plus FA Cup?
or the Premier League.
Yeah.
I want the Premier League, man. That's a big monkey on our backs right now. It's been what 20 something years. It's 28 years.
No, it's closer to 30.
28 years it's been. 28 years since we've won a Premier League title. I want that gone.
Well, sorry to say it's not going to happen.
Not this season anyway.
Hopefully it does.
You going for that magical 3-0?
3-0. What do you mean 3-0?
30 years.
Oh man. Hope not. Seriously, man. Like that would be huge. Like if we win, guys, I'm gonna have the biggest party. I'll live stream it.
Which no one will watch.
But honestly, I will have a big party. Oh, that'd be so great. But of course, Champions League would be wonderful. Even FA Cup, I'd take.
It'd be really, really wonderful.
But yeah, it's gonna be tough. Definitely gonna be tough. There you go.
The count is up.
There's a website. 28 years, 164 days, 5 hours,
I
18
just-
minutes.
I
and
really
11
like the thing
seconds.
below it. You can tell it's been created by a Man United supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've got
Since
Liverpool-
Schmeichel
Scroll
on there.
down, pubs. Since Liverpool last won the league, Peter Schmeichel signed for Man United, won it 5 times, retired, had a son, and he's just won it with Leicester City.
So crap.
Crap, but true.
It's
All
not
right,
easy
close-
to win.
close
it,
that
man.
one.
It's not easy.
Close that one off.
The following season, after the last time we won, Arsenal won it on the last match day. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Barnes lost the ball in Arsenal's own half, 18-yard box, and then it was like the last minute of the game, last game of the season. He counted and scored, won the game, won the Premier League title. I think it was
From
that-
Liverpool?
From Liverpool.
From Liverpool, wow. So that's when it started.
That's when
Has Barnes been sacked?
That's when it all started to go downhill in regards to the Premier League, the league. Well,
We've
we've
come
come,
close
we've
a
come
few
close.
times.
We've come close, guys.
You've come close and then you let it slip.
Not as close as Newcastle.
Classic line. That classic line. Not as close as Newcastle. Yeah, you won it. Newcastle's won it in the Premier League. Is that what you're saying?
No, he's talking about that year.
Newcastle have not won the Premier League.
Yeah, you have.
No.
You have.
No, they haven't.
No, they haven't.
No.
They should have
came-
won it.
they
They
came
basically
really close.
bottled it and handed
Yeah.
it to Man
Oh,
United.
I'm mixing them up with Blackburn.
Keegan.
Yeah.
Blackburn
95
won
when
it.
Blackburn
Yeah,
won it.
wrong-
won
wrong
it.
Shearer team.
Yeah, that's right. Wrong Shearer team. True that. Yeah, nah, you guys came close. Keegan went on that
bottled it.
meltdown.
Yeah, he had a
He went
little
on- he
meltdown
had a
in the last
meltdown.
like 6 games or whatever it was.
Yeah.
We
I
were like
remember that.
9 points ahead or something.
Yeah, bottled hard.
And then he went on that rant. It's like, oh, love it. Oh, love it.
I would love it. if we beat them. Unlucky.
All right,
Arsenal in 4th place, guys. Under the radar. Most informed team out of the last 5 games. How does that make you feel, mate?
False.
It's okay,
false
but
prediction
like
at the
like
moment.
yeah, like
They
you
have to
guys
play
are
some
saying,
big teams.
it's been a bit against all the lesser teams. So, but again, you have to win against those teams. So
Exactly.
we're looking more. So what's the improvement? And there's a massive improvement from last year. Like last year, we were going away to these teams, and
Last year you
Not
didn't even have
even
a
Last year you
Away,
guys
you
lost
never-
all your away games.
yeah, you never won a
yeah,
game away.
Yeah, that's right.
One of the good things about that little run of games will be when they do play a bigger team, they'll have some confidence,
Yeah,
and their players are decent.
Mm.
And when
Yeah.
the thing is, when we go down 1 goal this season, we've actually come back and been able to get something out of it.
Look who you're above.
Ah,
Always.
feels
Your
so
arch
good.
nemesis.
They're back
Always.
into their rightful place.
yeah,
For now,
in the
that's
groove.
what they'll say. When's the derby on?
It's not till November or December, I think.
Oh, that's closing up though.
Yeah.
So do you
it's
see
getting
Arsenal
close.
staying in 4th?
4th would be great. I'll be happy with 4th this season.
That would be a good
Yeah,
achievement.
I think everyone's hoping for.
I think it's going to be
Isn't
between.
that their like whole thing though? Like the last
4th.
10 years, 4th, get
Yeah,
Wenger out.
but Wenger's gone, so it's new slate, clean slate.
New slate is 5th.
Hey, our next few games I think will be a bit tougher because we've got Liverpool coming up.
But that's at Emirates.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You and the excuses in already, eh?
I'm just saying you have a better chance at home than at Anfield.
Playing the underdog card.
So
Not gonna work.
taking a look at the like rest of the top 10,
Yeah.
like Bournemouth, Wolves, Watford, Leicester in there amongst Man United and Tottenham.
Mm.
Like surprising, expected.
United in 8th. That's very
Nah.
surprising.
I mean, those teams making up the top 10,
Um,
regardless of their order.
Yeah, I thought West Ham would be higher up, to be honest, after their summer spending.
Yeah, same here, especially
thought-
with Pellegrini
I
in
thought they'd
charge
be in
as
the
well.
top 10, yeah, with Pellegrini in charge.
Yeah,
I did not see Wolves being 7th, especially being
It's too
just
early
new.
to call
Like
at
they
the
just
moment.
got promoted to the league. That is surprising.
They
And
brought in
and
a
they,
lot of people.
They did, and they play good football.
and one thing that we don't mention, like they gave City a run for their money.
Yeah, they drew. They drew.
Like they played really well up against City, and they took it to them. They didn't sit back; they actually attacked them. And City looked shook.
Mm.
They had no
That's
idea.
what we need. We
that's
need
what they
more
were
teams to
expecting.
do that
I-
against City.
I think Wolves are
The team to look out for this season.
the most surprising team so far.
Yeah,
Easily,
definitely.
Wolves are
Even
the
Bournemouth,
Burnley
but-
of this season.
Bournemouth
Like I
up in
think their
6th
manager's
is-
doing the best job so far.
If you take everything into consideration. Well, he won the manager of
Yeah.
the month, didn't he?
Yeah, he
believe
got
so.
manager of the month.
Well deserved.
I think so, especially with a team that's just been promoted as well. So the pressure definitely on them.
They spent a lot though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Wolves.
Yep.
You can tell though the
But they
difference.
They've
between-
got
spent
like
smart.
eight
spent
Portuguese
wisely.
players.
Yeah, the manager's Portuguese.
Yes, I know that.
Well, that's what usually happens. You look in your own
But eight
backyard
of
first.
them. Eight of them.
Was it 8?
8.
8?
They
Are you
have
sure
8
about that number?
Portuguese
8?
players.
Didn't Swansea do the exact
What's
same
the-
thing when they had
What's
that
the
Spanish-
minimum English number you need to have?
In your squad?
Yeah.
I think 6.
Nah.
For sure. Yeah, it is.
I think it's more than that, no?
I think you're right, Carl.
I'm pretty sure
It's,
that's the only
yeah,
reason.
it's
We
around-
dance around that number a lot.
That's the only reason Chelsea bought Barkley and Drinkwater.
Yeah.
And
Sit him on the
Drinkwater's
bench.
in it. Yeah. And now Cahill's gonna go, so we need one more.
Surely you've got youth players that you can
I think
promote.
Liverpool has one of
Yeah.
the highest number of English players.
Yeah, they always do.
True to the cause.
That is why you guys never win it.
Hopefully this is our year.
Look at that.
How many?
Says here that they have 8 Portuguese
Wolves
players.
have as many Portuguese players as Benfica, Porto, and Sporting.
Yeah,
There
but
you
did
go.
they bring in 8 or did they?
They
They
would have
currently have
they,
8.
they would have had some players that were Portuguese from before,
Yeah.
but then they brought in some more,
Yeah.
which made that count to 8.
Makes it a total of 8.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. They got a good team. They play good football, good manager. Surprise package of the season so far. Bournemouth as well, though. Don't forget them and Eddie Howe.
Yeah, and they haven't really invested that many players into their
Who, Eddie? I mean, Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Yeah. Well, that's
Who
the thing.
did they bring in? Did they bring in anyone?
I can't
think
remember.
I think they
would've,
bought
but
in one or two players, but don't question me on those.
I think it's. They
Let's
made.
bring
I
it
think
up.
they made the right moves, and it's like a tight knit group there.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
They
The
all
top-
know.
The top 8 is going to be really tight.
They all know what
Not
they're
even the top
doing.
6. He's got Wolves and Bond.
I think the top 4 will create a gap from the rest.
So you reckon the current top 4 is
I
going to
think
be
the
the
top
top
five.
4?
The top 5 will create a break. I think it's going.
I think the current top 4 will be the final top 4.
So
You
you,
reckon?
don't think
So
Spurs
Tottenham's
are going to
out?
crack
I
into it?
think
Tottenham's out.
Arsenal will hold on to that position.
You can't say that yet, man. We've only played Chelsea and City so far.
Yeah, but I feel like Tottenham not having any new players in,
That will definitely
Yeah,
hurt them,
that
but
is-
they
I
don't
feel like
have much room to improve. They're more like all they can do is maintain. Arsenal have like
their
the-
season depends
so
on
the ceiling is
how
higher, you
quickly
reckon?
or how long they last in the Champions League.
Tottenham.
Yeah. If they got knocked out in the group stages, they can recover their
But
Premier
they'll
League
be in the
season.
Europa League then.
Not if they finish third.
Third goes into Europa League.
Yeah, third goes into.
Or
Europa
maybe
League.
they'll finish fourth then.
'Cause the
on
top two
purpose.
Maybe they'll
progress
make the
will-
round of 16 then and get knocked out.
But
and
although Pochettino doesn't really put much weight into the Europa League.
Yeah.
Like last time he was in there, he didn't really do anything. Played his B team, C team.
That's-
want to get
that's a
knocked
smart
out.
move.
It is the
ASAP.
smarter move because, you know. it's-
Why? Why is it the smarter move?
Because you have to go up against a lot. Like depends who goes
It's a
down
trophy.
there with you.
It's silverware. Plus, it's a backdoor into the Champions League.
Yeah, but look at the players you have to teams you have to go up against. Dortmund,
Easy teams.
Atletico.
Easier teams. You can't
No,
have that attitude.
Atletico will most likely make it out of their group.
Yeah,
but
they
I'm
will.
saying like you got a chance of versing hard teams
Like
in the
he's
Europa League.
saying in terms of that caliber.
Yeah, like you might get surprise teams that.
But you
drop
gotta-
out of
Atletico
the
are a
show.
better team than Tottenham.
Huh?
Yeah, by far.
What team?
Atletico.
Yeah, but when you have to go up against those teams, you might as well play a B teams leading up to those.
Why? If you're playing up against those teams, the tournament is designed so you meet them either in the semi-final or the final. You're not
Kinda.
gonna.
That's true.
You're not really gonna meet those
You
teams.
can draw them early.
You
Why?
can verse them in the
No, you can't.
quarterfinals.
Yeah, you can.
What, in the quarters?
After.
You mean all the teams that drop out of the Champions League?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't happen that way.
No. Like
They
once
get
you're in
put
the
into
knockout,
different
when you're
groups.
in the knockout phases, you can meet them.
The only chances are in
From
the
round
quarterfinal.
32, round 32 onwards, you can meet each other. There is no rules.
But they're
How
going
does
to
the
like a
draw
pot
work?
draw. They're going to a pot draw.
Where
No.
they're seeded?
No,
Seeded pots?
no seeds.
Yeah, they're seeded
They're not
pots.
seeded, man. They're not. No, in the
For
Champions
Europa.
League. Champions League, you're not seeded. The first one out of the group you are. From then on, you're not.
For Europa.
For both, I'm pretty sure.
Nah, Europa you're seeded.
Nah, you're
Because those
Pubs,
teams
you wanna
drop
Google it?
out. Those teams
Yeah.
drop out from
Europa League draw.
the Champions League.
Mm.
So they automatically got a seeding.
not. Yeah. Like after that round, I'm saying. Like, from that dropout, does it go into a group stage again? It doesn't, eh?
No.
Try and
It
find
go.
the
It goes into a
article
knockout
of
from
how
that
it all
point. Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
From that point, like that one is seeded. After that round, it's not seeded anymore.
That's right. And that's
So
where
round
the
of 32 it's seeded.
That's
round
where the
of six-
quarterfinals start.
16. No, then there's a
Round
round
of
of 16.
But does the round of 16, is that a predefined
No.
Team A
anyone
versus
can-
Team B?
any-
From,
Anyone can play anyone.
So
then
they
your
redraw
comment would
again.
be
Whereas in the
false
Champions
then.
League round of 16 is first in the group versus second in the group.
yeah.
But then from that point onwards, it's anyone can draw against anyone.
So it's a constant draw the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not like set if you're in group
No.
A, you're going to
Just
play.
outside the group in the Champions League outside the group is seeded, like winners versus runners up.
Yeah.
And then the Europa League teams that come into the Europa League from
And
the
there's
Champions
no-
League,
there's
that's the seeded point, and then from then on, it's anyone can play
There's
anyone.
no like exclusions like in the Champions League, like English teams can't play each other or.
Well, from the round 16, there's an exclusion, but from that point on, there is no exclusion even in the Champions League. That's why we got City in the quarters.
Right.
So they follow a similar format.
So from the quarters on in the Champions League, from the quarters on, In
There's
Champions
no
League,
rules.
anyone can get anyone.
Yeah.
Round 16 on in the Europa League because there's a round 32 because
Yeah,
there's the
yeah.
teams that drop down from the Champions League and then
Yeah,
there's a round 16. So from round 16 onwards in the Europa League, you can get anyone.
I see.
I'm pretty sure that's right. Does that sound right? That sounds about right.
Either way, if Tottenham go down to the Europa League, they're not just going to throw it away. It's still a decent tournament to win.
I think they'll throw it away up to a point. Like they'll go, we'll play the kids. If they make it to, say, the round of 16 or
I think
quarters on, then we'll take it seriously.
he'll probably make those decisions
think
based
that's what
on
he
who they're
did last
playing,
time.
though.
Yeah. And he got knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's all based on your current draw. So, like, if in the league you have to play Huddersfield, Cardiff, either side of a Europa League game,
Yeah,
you're going to
of course.
play your proper
Of
team in the
course.
Europa
Yeah,
League.
of course.
And if your Europa League game's against, like, some random team from Azerbaijan, then you're going to play your kids.
Hmm.
It's about who you're playing.
Plus, it's also like how far you have to travel. And
Yeah. player
sometimes
fatigue has to
you're going
be
all the way
taken into
across
consideration.
Europe.
Yeah, like, if you have to play a Russian team, it's tough.
Yeah. Long
It's
distance.
a long journey.
And then you've got like those teams in Azerbaijan
Mm.
that there's no direct flight. Sometimes you have to fly somewhere else and then catch a connecting flight.
Well, that's the only thing that's really a pain in the ass. Like Europa League. The whole Thursday, Sunday thing.
Yeah.
Plus the distances.
And the Premier League, compared to all the other leagues, seem to not be as friendly with
Nah.
teams in terms of scheduling.
Yeah.
A lot of the other leagues will let
The
them play
other-
on like a Tuesday or whatever.
Yeah.
That's right. The other
Whereas
FAs,
the Premier League
give
are
them-
just like, too bad you're playing on the Sunday.
they give them the best chance to win competitions, man. English FA don't give a shit.
It's just about the money, TV
Exactly,
rights.
because it's the biggest league. They're like, nah, money, money, money.
Yes, our league of.
They reimburse them with the
Yes.
money. So why don't the teams invest in it properly? That's the catch-22.
I guess, but still, why
Again,
not
it goes
do
back
both?
to what we were discussing before about if you're going to impact the quality of the games, it hurts everyone. So if they're going to have to back up 48 hours later, the players just aren't going to play, and you're going to be watching a B team play.
Yeah.
Is that what people want to watch?
Yep.
Fair point, safe.
But like, have you seen the Christmas fixtures, guys? Like, it's ridiculous. Liverpool play, I don't know if it's City or Arsenal first. One of them on the 31st, and then the other on the 2nd, or is it one on the 30th, the other on the 1st? That's crazy.
It's Christmas, motherfucker.
But against two top teams in such small space, like in a couple
Seems
days.
to happen every single year for Liverpool.
You know, I know, it's ridiculous. It's like, how do you expect these
I think
teams to
I've been
perform?
hearing you whinge about this for the last 10 years.
whinge.
It's not whinging.
It's whinging.
It's not whinging. It's having a discussion.
It's whinging.
I think if you're a Liverpool supporter or a Man United supporter, you're always going to get the shittiest.
Yep, because we are on
fixtures,
TV the most.
Because you get the
Exactly,
prime time
exactly.
games.
We are one of the higher ones.
Well, that's too bad.
It's the downside of being famous. You gotta take it on the chin.
Yeah, and not whinge about it. You get to watch your team.
I get to watch it regardless. I don't care if I don't watch it, as long as it gives them the best chance to win the game. If I don't have to watch it, and that's going to give them a better chance of winning the game, I'll take it. Yep. As long as we win.
All right, so the sixth spot we've got Bournemouth, which everyone's touched on.
Yeah, we've touched on them. They're
Punching
having a
above.
great start to the season.
And then you've got Wolves,
Great start as
great
well.
start to the season. And then we've got eighth
Manchester
spot,
United.
Manchester United, a hot topic.
Mm.
Well, I think one we can talk about a lot, especially with what's been happening
Mm.
with their team, with their manager, and the manager having fights with the press.
You think he's
As
going to
well?
get sacked?
I think he won't get sacked until it's mathematically impossible for them to make the following season's Champions League. I
You
think
reckon
so.
they'll wait that long?
I think so.
Nah, I think if they get
Till
that
Christmas
far
at
along,
least.
they won't sack him.
They'll look at
Do you think they'll finish
progress
sixth?
by January when the transfer window opens. That's when they'll look at. what
Maybe
they'll do
maybe
with
If
they'll.
we have to go through another transfer month of him just whinging about not getting players,
Why?
Kill me
What's-
now.
Why?
Like, he just whinges.
It'd be awesome.
The entire preseason, he was just whinging every
It
single
would be
press conference.
so awesome.
The way Paul said that, I don't want to put up with another month.
But like he was just
About transfers, guy was like, I'm so over it.
the entire preseason after the World Cup was just him whinging every second day.
You'd have to watch
That's
it.
all it
Paul.
was.
You can just
That
like,
was, like,
turn
on the
the
news.
TV
He's
off.
always whinging, man. The guy's a
Sinan, you
whinger.
did that too well.
Do you think they'll give him money?
I don't think so.
Nah.
I think they will.
Money in the
I
last
think they
transfer
will.
window. Why they change it?
I don't
now?
think he sees January probably. Now that I think about it,
I think he'll be gone before.
probably Chris before they'll see how he's going before the new.
If he
year.
doesn't turn it around and win like the next 8 games in a row,
Yeah, but you got to look at it this
think he's
way:
gone.
who's going to replace him once they sack him? They don't have Zidane in the books. They can't sack him.
Didn't he come out and say he doesn't want to play? I mean, he doesn't want to manage him.
Who?
Zidane.
Zidane.
Hmm.
Where'd you read that?
Yeah, would you
Pretty-
read
Pops,
that?
can you bring up something like that? Can you have a quick search?
You're just guessing, aren't you?
Oh, no, I'm serious.
Then
Zinedine Zidane doesn't want to manage Manchester.
You have to look at the source as well. If it's goal.com, not banging out
Oh, yeah, you need a good
goal.com.
source. Or quotes. If he's got quotes, that's fine. Any article with quotes is good.
When's the article written?
it's
There you go.
Sinan's
Then.
favorite newspaper.
Oh, no. Don't say anything.
So the Sun on the 7th
Boo.
of October.
Boo.
City
We
win.
can't use we can't use this newspaper. Turn it off.
He doesn't want to manage in the Premier League.
well, what do we got next? What's the table? Bring up the table for us again, please. Okay, what's the next talk? Okay, all right. We'll move on to the
Let's just
relegation.
ignore
Yeah,
the bottom
let's
of
go-
the table.
Yeah.
Let's
We'll
just
do-
talk about Newcastle being.
We'll do
way out of
relegation
place down
zone.
there.
Led by Newcastle.
Yeah, we'll talk about the relegation teams and then that'll be it for the table.
Well, who's down there? There's Huddersfield, there's Newcastle, and Cardiff.
And Cardiff City.
Do you see those three teams staying down there?
Yes.
I see two of them
No.
staying there.
I think
Cardiff
it'll be.
and Huddersfield, yes.
Cardiff,
Newcastle's
Huddersfield, I
getting
can
the
see.
fuck out of there.
Nah, I think Newcastle. Will
I
be
think
one of them. You
Newcastle's
guys have
going to
no
be
money
one
to
of the
spend.
contenders for it.
Oh, of course. They'll probably finish like 16th or 17th.
No, but like you guys got no money. Like you can't reinforce the team in January at all.
I think Southampton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Southampton,
Southampton could-
Cardiff, and Newcastle for me.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying as well.
So-
I think Southampton.
Say that again?
And depending what happens with Fulham,
Southampton, Cardiff, and Newcastle.
Oh, wow. You think Huddersfield will come out?
Yeah, I think Huddersfield will come out.
Interesting.
They'll pull themselves out.
I think it will
look
be
at
Cardiff.
look at the for and against, right? So if you see there so far,
Doesn't keep you out of relegation, the for and against, by the way.
no, but it gives you an idea of how close teams are losing by. Newcastle's lost 2-1 to 5 of the top 6.
That's
and you
true.
lose
That's
2-1
Plus,
all the way
they've had
through
a
to
tougher
the
fixture
end.
than the others, man.
Yeah, they've had a lot harder.
Newcastle has to prove themselves over the next 5 games.
This
or so.
is when their season starts, really. Like Newcastle, this is where they got to start picking up some points, getting some W's
yeah,
on the
that's
board.
right.
And no more
That's
Ds.
why I think they'll be safe, especially with someone like Rafa. You know, he's been there, done that, top manager. He'll get him across the line.
But even against shit teams, he's been using the same tactic. He hasn't it's kind of like he's protesting against the owners.
There's no point. He's not going to give him anything.
Exactly.
He
So
ain't
like
he
he's
ain't
gonna
gonna
have to
pretty-
make.
I'm pretty sure he knows that
plays
as
a
well.
He ain't
pragmatic
gonna
style. He plays a pragmatic style because they're the players he's got.
Exactly.
Not because
So you can't
he's
expect
trying
to
to-
win
he's
games using
trying
the
to,
same
like,
style.
make a point. He's not trying to make a point. He's just trying not to lose.
I don't think he needs to make a point. Like, everyone knows.
Yeah, and I don't think that's what he's doing.
Everyone knows he's being shafted. So,
He sets up his teams very differently based on who he's playing. If he's playing like Man
course,
City,
yeah.
he full on parks the bus. But if he's playing like a team he thinks he can beat, he doesn't park the bus.
well,
Just the losers, not on purpose.
we'll see what's going to happen.
All right. So that's it for this week, I think. Next
Buckle
week
Kings?
Yeah, on Buckle Kings. So I think next week we'll talk more about
Well,
the
the fixtures we just went through
The
Champions League,
and the Champions League.
Yes, that too.
and then those games
And upcoming
that just
fixtures.
happened.
Yep.
All right. Wrap it up.
Thanks
See
for
you
watching,
next
guys.
time.
See you guys next time.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Xbox.
Carl, you are such a weirdo.